Fala galera, beleza? Felipe aqui hoje com mais um vídeo. E bom, galera, eu tava aqui no YouTube e vi esse vídeo aqui muito bacana, né? Decidi trazer pra vocês. A gente hoje vai reagir à evolução do Valorant de 2013 a 2023. Eu não sabia que ele tinha começado a ser projetado lá em 2013 e a gente vai acompanhar aqui uma boa evolução que passou pelo jogo. Que era bem no início, ó. Olha como era diferente aqui, pô. Já tinha assim as características do mapa que a gente tem hoje, mas já era, caraca, era muito diferente. Parecia aquele jogo os antigão, sei lá. Muito diferente, velho. Aquilo ali era o meio da Ascent. Que é a movimentaçãozinha do boneco aqui. Lançando a braba. Isso aqui era lá em 2013. A gente nem sonhava ainda em Valorant. E ali eu acho que parece uma Raze. Passa uma galinha zona aqui no meio da tela. A arminha aqui bem feia, velho. Olha a cara da Jet aqui. A cara do meliante. Olha a cara do meliante aqui, velho. Era a Kali com cabelo branco. E jogar ela sabe.
There's no way to predict when they changed Jet to look how Jet is today. There's no reason to understand when they decided to test out a Beyblade as a spike on the ground.
As armas aqui bem feias ainda.
Like just the way Jet looks, the way the guns look, the way the icons look at the top, every single thing about the game looks different. Even the map itself is obviously changed up a ton. It's just insane how far they came. I mean, even the way like right this ghost looks, the way this vandal looks, it's all extraordinarily different. And I guess the biggest part on my end is just to see how much the textures change, right? The way the box, like the way they started developing it definitely looked a lot more like CSGO, and then they found their own style. Now I'm gonna predict here
aqui a Phantom.
parts of development. That's why I put
Acho que é aqui na mão da Jet já. Eles já estão testando. Que deve ser em 2018. Que esses jogos assim, cara, dá uma trabalheira, velho. Programar tudo ali pra ficar tudo bem direitinho, então demora muito mesmo. Por isso muito jogo sai aí, os caras lançam e o jogo vem todo bugado. O Valorant saiu meio bugadinho quando saiu. É o Sovão aí, ó. Que já a Ascent, a barca lá da Ascent.
It had a lot of CSGO era vibes right at the start when they were still developing, the way the boxes and textures looked, and then it changed into this.
Aqui o meio, a Heaven. A Jetzona braba aí, ó. Olha essa HUD aqui, pô. Tinha essa HUD aqui. As caixas também tinham uma cor diferente. Olha isso aqui, pô. Quadradão. O íconezinho da face bem grande do personagem. O gráfico também era bem diferente do que tem hoje, né? Era bem seco. Mas esse aqui eu achava bonitinho, esse gramadozinho aqui. Até achei bacana. And things continue to change. Now, this early part is when I even noticed the UI is yellow when it's with the wall down. But this early part is basically with the earliest content creators who were already established were able to play, including people like Shroud and other big names. This is what they tested out, and I would have loved to play this early. Right here. This is, I'm pretty sure this is from an exact content creator. Look at the buy menu. Look at everything. Literally everything looks so freaking different. This is actually from a game they were. Caraca, velho, em 2020 o gráfico era assim, velho. Eu joguei por tanto tempo o jogo e não...
Already testing it, they were already playing it. This is the first footage we got, even the animations.
Aqui já tá o pisozinho de cimentado. Olha o meio aqui. Cara, essa Raze aqui, pô. Essa Raze aqui era roubada. 2 granadas. E o míssilzão aqui dela, pô, parecia um foguetão da NASA, matava o cara bem longe. E era muito rápido.
But at this point, things started changing fast. We started getting the official icons. We got the official kill banners at the bottom. Things started to polish up pretty rapidly here. But it's just kind of funny because I remember, even when Valorant released like this, in retrospect, it still very much felt like a beta. But eventually, the game released, and it was pretty much a banger on release.
Já tava no beta aberto. A galera já tava jogando.
etc,
engano já.
etc.
Quando começou a liberar a skill da
And
Twitch.
we got our very first episode. Now, there's actually a lot of hype, but there wasn't as much viewership and overall players as the early beta, thanks to that huge inflated number on the Twitch drops. But nonetheless, it did drop in June, and Riot did
lançou a
come
Reina
out
Zona,
swinging.
que ela
We
não
got
veio
Reina
junto com o jogo, né?
almost
Ela lançou um pouco depois.
as well as
Lançou, cara,
Spike Rush
caralho,
shortly
foi
after.
mono
Also,
rei um
the
tempão.
only skin and cosmetic I'm gonna mention in this entire video, which I
Lançou
know is a
a
little bit weird to
gloriosa.
some people, is the Elder Flame. I know
Dragãozinho.
there's the Prime, which was the
Duro.
OG. There's a lot of skins, but
Isso aqui divide muita opinião, velho. O dragãozinho, eu mesmo achei meio estranho no começo ali, eu fiquei com o pé atrás, mas depois fui aceitando, né? Aceitando o dragãozinho e hoje em dia eu não posso mais ver um dragãozinho duro no chão.
in the end, they're just cosmetic, but Elder Flame was a key moment in which skins were looked at different, was the most expensive, and eventually led to things like Zed. Moving on from there, though, Deathmatch and Killjoy were added. Deathmatch was needed right from the start, and people were ecstatic that Deathmatch came pretty quickly. Like, Riot did come out of the door swinging. There is no doubt. Now, Deathmatch is far from perfect, but with all that being said, hopefully they continue to improve it. Now, Killjoy, on the other hand, was quite the controversial launch. Before even people got to play her, they watched the trailers and judged. I remember infamously, Hiko said that the turret will ruin the game. Like, there were people who were extraordinarily aggressive on Killjoy, but
aqui
in
quando
the end,
lançou
lover
era
hater,
muito roubado, velho.
Icebox
Muito
followed
roubado.
suit, and man, oh man, this was also controversial. Now people actually enjoy the map, and to be fair, they did rework it, they did listen to the community, but I continue to love Icebox still today. On with that,
depois
Sky
jogar
came
muito, mas no
flying
começo,
into Valorant, no pun intended.
Lançou a Sky também. Cara, a Sky quando lançou... Cara, em geral, os bonecos quando lançam são muito roubados. Depois é nerfado até a galera esquecer, mas a Sky até hoje é muito jogada. Lançou também um modo patinete. Os caras aproveitaram a mecânica do jogo, já era patinete mesmo. Se quiser botar essa arminha diferente aí na mão. Já era a mecânica do jogo.
No nothing. Basically Swift play. And I did enjoy it. I do like Swift play, but even the skins weren't exactly Christmas, and we got no game mode. So a little bit of a yikes. They definitely fumbled a lot since their early days. Moving on from there, we're entering 2021. And for the sake of the video, I'm going to bunch up the changes in years now. So in 2021, they continued to swing. It was really 2022 where Valorant took a very deep dive into
Charola,
and as you're watching this, it's going to be jarring how different it is. In 2021, we got Yoru, a very unique
Mudaram já pra caraca as mecânicas do Yoru, toda vida eles mudam. Hoje ele tá até bacana.
They buffed him, they nerfed him, he's buggy till today, he continues to have bugs, but he's great. He was a fantastic launch. They also launched Astra in 2021. Same idea. Astra was very strong. Then they nerfed her to the ground and never touched her again, which is extremely disheartening on a balanced team side, but it is very disingenuous to say that Astra herself isn't unique, right? Astral form controlling the map. She was unique. I remember how excited we were during the playtest as content creators and how much we were trying to learn. They also launched Escalation as well as Replication. Escalation, of course, being its own unique take on gun game.
Esse aqui é o lançamento de mais um modo daquele que você ia upando as armas, corrida armada.
Sure, while they aren't the perfect Swift play that we always wanted at the time, they were unique, they were fun, and they're always welcome when they want to add new content. And 2021 didn't even end there. 2021 also had a Breeze launch, which was also a controversial map, but I'm pretty much believing all maps are controversial at the start and loved over time. Breeze is basically an aim diff map, and I think till now it's pretty contended, not as much as another map that we'll get into in just a second, but still, 2021 didn't end there. You might be like, oh, 2 new game modes, 2 new agents, and a map. 2021 was great, but no, they continued. They added account leveling, which, of course, kind of useless in progression. I made a whole video on that. But on top of that, they added KO in 2021. Yes.
Lançamento do KO.
KO, again, very unique. The first one to bring suppression. There was a lot of things to test with him.
Quebra muita composição ele.
Today, even if he's not overpowered. Then, talking about overpowered, they added Chamber. On top of that, yes, in they added Chamber as well. Chamber,
caraca,
extremely popular.
Tem que matar a gente, tirando o double TP dele.
And lo and behold, he was overpowered with the highest pick rate up until recently when they nerfed him to the ground where he deserves to be. 2021 also brought on Fracture.
Muitos caras que jogavam de Chamber, Chamber teve que abandonar o boneco.
Now, Fracture is definitely the most contended map.
Para a mecânica que ele fazia, né?
O
lançamento desse outro mapa.
I don't have that feeling towards maps too much.
Cara, todo mapa que lançava eu tinha raiva, porque escolhe mapa no Valorant. Ficava puto. Só que tem que aceitar, né? É o estilo do jogo. Diferente. Porque muita gente jogava o CS, que lá você escolhe e geralmente você joga 2, 3 mapas ali. Aqui não, você é obrigado a jogar todos os mapas e aprender a jogar todos os mapas, porque não dá pra escolher. E eles fazem rotatividade, que tira um mapa que a galera gosta, depois colocam de novo.
And that's how they closed out 2021 with all that content. Yoru, Astra, Escalation, Replication, Breeze, Account Leveling, KO, Chamber, and Fracture. So let's head into 2022. In 2022, we got Neon, which of course, a lovely agent. I think she's one of those ones very similar to Yoru.
Muito bom,
Very
Neonzinho, é
high
bem
fun,
jogada.
high skill ceiling. If you really enjoy playing
Cara
her, you're
pica
getting
Neon, os
addicted
caras
to
já disse
playing
que é
her.
troll.
But she's not
Foda.
overwhelmingly played by the majority due to that high skill ceiling and niche pick. But they also released Fade. Not too shabby. Fade had a lot of hype. Oh my god, I think one of my biggest the most amount of views in the shortest amount of time was my Fade release.
Até hoje
she
a
was
Fade.
very, very hyped. Now, a lot of people kind of got bored of her, but I digress. As an initiator, she is a ton of fun even till today. We also got Pearl. Pearl, I think, is a map people very much hated right at the start and then slowly adjusted to more rapidly than other maps. And Pearl is still in a pretty interesting spot today. I don't mind it. Following that, Riot pulled a fast one on us. I don't know what happened with the naming. We got Harbor. And ever since Harbor, the game kind of fell off quite a lot because it's almost the end of this video, as you can tell. That was 2022. It ended in December with Swift Play, which a round of applause I love. It's the reason I'm playing more Valorant today because I want to be a little bit more casual.
O Harbo lançou o Harbo.
And that wraps 2022. Neon, Fade, Pearl, Harbor, Swift Play. And while I can't complain too much, though, those are 5 major things to the game,
do
it is a far cry from 2020 and 2021 especially. So here's to a new year and hoping Riot steps it up in 2023. I do have this title does say 2023 in it, and there is a reason, is because we know a new map is coming in 2023 right around the corner. There's already some leaks. There's going to be at least a new agent right after that. On top of which there are some skin lines I can't really speak about under NDA, but I know the community will be excited for it. That will be 2023.
Cara, sensacional esse trabalhozinho aqui desse cara. Eu vi uma galera aqui no Brasil, a galera faz um vídeo por cima, não sei se esse vídeo aqui foi realmente ele que criou do zero ou se ele pegou já pronto, mas o canal muito bacana, o canal gringo, não é brasileiro. Quiser ir lá deixar um like pra dar uma força pro cara. Mas foi isso, galera, o vídeo de hoje. Eu queria fazer uma reação aqui e eu tô mudando um pouco o eixo do canal. Eu tava postando só clips. E eu vi que não era um caminho muito legal que eu queria seguir. E eu vou trazendo esses vídeos, reacts, trazendo uns outros conteúdos assim mais legais, mais dinâmicos também com vocês. E é isso, se inscreva no canal e valeu, até a próxima.